What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of SOP. I am your host, Enzo the God. For those of you that are tuning in for the first time, welcome, and do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I would truly appreciate it. And I think I should start saying ladies and gentlemen, because I've been going to a lot more meets and I just found out that there's some girls that are watching the videos. So shout out to you, I appreciate you. And I don't know if you guys seen the title already, but I do have some parts that I want to show you guys. Just a little update on what I purchased and what I'm actually going to be doing today. So as of right now, let me show you some of the parts that I recently acquired. So as you guys can see, I have long tube headers now right here. And so these long tube headers here, I know they look a little beat. They're actually not used, believe it or not. So the story behind these headers, I got them from somewhere in the middle of the country, and the guy told me that they were brand new, never installed. They just sat on a shelf. So they acquired like surface rust and stuff like that, because out there it's very wet, you know, and all that other stuff. So I picked up these. For those of you that want to know the brand, I believe these are BBK long tube headers. I also got the O2 extensions with them. So luckily that guy had them there as well. I also went ahead and picked up a 90mm mass airflow sensor. It's the SCT BA3000. So I ended up getting this one because the one that I have right now is currently pegged. So that should help at least with that situation. Another thing that I did get as well is I got myself a Vortex smaller pulley, so I'm gonna downsize for sure. This is a 3.12, it's a 6 rib pulley. It also has a little notch right there. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. So the pulley won't spin, how can I say it? It won't overspin. I want to say that's what it is. Could be wrong, but in other words, just that little gash is there to just guide it and not overspin. But so I also got a gauge pod. I think these are the AEM ones. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I picked these up. Also used, came off a crashed Cobra, clearly, because you can see the little hose and everything like that. I don't know if they come like that originally, but I'm assuming they did that to really hold it in, which I'm probably gonna install that today. So have patience with me, and I'll show you guys exactly why I'm installing that. I'm pretty sure some of you are like, or don't you already have a gauge pod? And which I do, but I'll just show you. It's better to just show you than explain it. Another thing as well, I ended up ordering and upgrading myself to a, I believe this is a 99. I could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't really get a lot of info. Let me see. Oh, this is from an 01 Cobra, the cluster. As you can see, it almost redlines at 7,000, which is what I want, because I currently redline at 6, which is not cool at all by any means. So I ended up upgrading. Plus I wanted the white face and the green lights, which will look pretty sick at night, obviously, because I have the tennis ball. So it'd be nice to have all of that working together, and just lighting up green would be pretty sick. So I just wanted to give you guys an update as far as for what I have ordered. There is one thing that I still need to order, which is the fuel system. I do have one in mind. I don't want to say it just yet, because I'm not sure if I'm gonna go ahead and switch it up at the very end. I'm not 100% sure, but as of right now, I do plan on running E85. So I have to make sure the kit that I get is E85 compatible, and it will work with the setup that I have. So I'm gonna look for the hat, the fuel pumps, the lines. I'm gonna probably get a kit, and I'm just gonna have to look for the right injectors. I kind of already have an idea, but I'm still in the process of doing my homework to make sure that everything works perfectly, because this is the last time I want to do any crazy modifications other than exterior modifications for looks and stuff like that. So that is pretty much all I need as of right now to get the car to where I want it to, as far as for a performance type level. I'm aiming for 600. If I can go more than that, that's even perfect, because my clutch is rated for 700, and that MAF that I have is also rated for 700 if I'm not mistaken. So that is just an update on the things that I purchased, and I wanted to give you guys just an overview of everything. But as of right now, I do want to get back to show you this. This here is what I do want to install today. I was actually waiting a little bit because it's currently ridiculously hot out here. So let me just show you the part that I am going to be replacing. So as you can see, I have my gauge pods here. I do want to go ahead and swap them out. I think I am going to remove this one and paint it black, a gloss black. The cool thing now is that I can actually park the car. I used to daily drive it, but now I can actually disassemble and put things away in a proper fashion, which is nice, so I can take it apart, work on it later, stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove it. The only reason why I'm removing it is because, as you can see, it moves around quite a bit. It's also like, I don't know if you can see that gap, and it just constantly, you see this line right here, I'm not sure if that line is very visible, but it's supposed to be pushed in like so, and it just keeps falling and falling, and it gets annoying to keep constantly pushing it back up. So I opted out of this, and I'm gonna go ahead and insert the one that I showed you that goes here. So the gauges will be sitting here and right here. From what I've seen online, it doesn't affect anything else as far as for visibility, so it should be pretty solid. I also painted that gauge cluster a little bit more of a semi gloss. I feel like I should have got a flat because that's what it looks like in here for the most part, because this isn't actually like traditional black. This is like a charcoal, like a dark charcoal black, I guess you can say. Like I don't know what they were thinking when they did this interior, don't get me wrong, still black, but it's still a lighter form of black. But as of right now, I'm gonna remove this and install it. I'm pretty sure some of you are like, why don't you just wait until you put the cluster? Because I don't want to, that's why. But with that being said, time to lower that down, remove these gauges, this, and I'm probably gonna need to buy a new one at the junkyard. So if I can find me one there in decent shape, I'll put it, and more than likely down the line, I'll put some carbon fiber goodies. But just wanted to show you that. Enough talking, and let's get to work. So as you can see, this one is already installed. All I need to do is install that one. More than likely, I'm going to install it tomorrow, just because I'm gonna let that sit and dry. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and just mock this up and see how it'll look. If I can go ahead and sit it on and then just install this one in the meantime, that's fine, because the other one should be pretty easy as far as for plug and play. And then it just has these two bolts holding it. And then I also am gonna transfer this little thing right here, this over here, so it'll cover up all the little empty space and stuff like that, so it'll look more, I guess you could say, a lot nicer. I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if I can either possibly double side it or just, you know, glue it on, whichever one works. I do have to transfer this over to this, and then I'm gonna try to see if I can mock it up right now and maybe install the other gauge tomorrow while it sits and bakes out in the sun. It actually looks pretty good. Probably not my best work, but I am gonna be replacing it anyway. I just wanted to get rid of that little silver since the new cluster, even though I'm not installing it, doesn't have silver, so it's not gonna need a little matching type accent. So black. I'm probably gonna get another AEM boost gauge, because the one that I have is one of those little generic ones, so I want to get a digital one. That way they're both digital and both gloss black, and it looks good. But as of right now, I'm gonna try to see if I can install this. All right guys, so I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but you guys see that little thing that's moving around in there? You see that? So there's also a thick layer right here on the 20, the 30 on the right hand side of the screen. You see that little piece right there? That thing broke from over here. I'm not even sure how that's even physically possible, but I mean, I just painted it, made it look really good, and then that happens. The good thing is that that little piece is on the right hand side and not the left hand side, because the left hand side is the one that I actually will read the boost and stuff. So I mean, I don't pass 10 pounds of boost, so I don't think it's going to be an issue for that little needle, but still, that's kind of annoying. But I guess it's even more of a, I guess it's more of a reason to actually purchase a new boost gauge. You know, like I said, I did want to purchase a digital one, so this might actually be the wake-up call that I'm looking for, which is kind of annoying because I just spent time painting it. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and install this today, actually, because it dried a lot faster than I thought it was, because it's super duper hot. So I'm gonna go ahead and install this. I already removed the old piece, and I'll just show you how it currently looks now. So this is currently how the car is looking. As you guys can see, it's still a mess as far as for how the wires and everything go. I already installed that one. It looks really, really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and install that one there. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up some of this because as you guys can see the wires right here, I'm not a huge fan of that. When we first installed it, we installed it really quick just to see if the car will read it and everything like that. And it kind of stayed like that for a while. And now I just want to clean it up. But I think I'm gonna purchase a digital one, or I might just purchase another one just the same, just because all the wiring and everything's already hooked up properly. We'll see. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, a digital one might be the way to go just to modernize it up. But yeah, so I'm gonna clean all of that up right now and install this, and let's just see how it looks. All right guys, so now that everything is installed, it actually looks pretty good. The only thing is I do need to swap out this one, like I've said already multiple times in this video. Not only because it's broken, but because the face is a lot smaller compared to that one. And then that one is like half the size of this one. This one's like super long, so like it hits the back of the cluster, so it pushes it out. And if you can see right there, those little white marks, that's it pushed out at an angle. So instead of it being flush, it's like this. And yeah, it just, that one looks more satisfying and that one just looks odd. So I cannot wait to replace that, but overall looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and slap this little piece back on here, and then I'm gonna go replace it because you see how this one has the holes. We don't want that. We want it to look as beautiful as the other one over there. So we're gonna have to hit the junkyard and see if we can find that. And then I'm gonna clean up all of these wires. I already put tape on that wire that I was telling you about. So here's the black tape, electrical tape. I already cleaned it up, made it look nice. But overall, I'm very happy with it. It's gonna take some time to get used to because I'm so used to that, but it looks way much better in there. And then I don't know why the previous people put these holes right here, but I'm just gonna put some screws there and just make it look like it was meant to be like that. But in reality, I don't know what they were thinking there. I don't know what the thought process was because it sits really, really well. But yeah, let me slap this back on, and then I'll show you guys how it looks with all the lighting. So yeah. All right, so now that everything is put back, all the panels, and then I tucked in all of the wires, I zip tied them, and I made them look pretty in there. Made sure nothing was hanging to interfere with my feet. So now, let's go ahead and turn them on. As you can see, that looks good. That one is obviously on. This actually is a little bit more stiffer because I don't think the hole that they made right here was to size, but let's give it a shot. That looks really good. Let me clean that. There you go. Well, actually, there's like a little glare here. Sorry about that, but yeah, everything works. Oh, we don't need any copywriting music, so looks pretty good. Pretty surprised. Why is there a glare? Give me 1 second here. Let me clean you guys. All right, well, I try to get rid of that glare right there. I have no idea what is going on. Maybe I need to rub it better. There's a glare. That glare is honestly bothering me. I tried cleaning it right now and it just kept coming back. So anyway, as you can see, works properly. This one is sitting beautiful, my favorite so far. So I'm gonna get me another AEM one over here for the boost gauge for like the millionth time of me saying that, because look at that. I'm gonna touch that up with paint and then you won't be able to tell, but yeah, it looks really, really good. Can't wait to have both digital, can't wait to have the other gauge. Man, that looks really good. Anyway, with that being said, guys, I want to go ahead and thank you guys for tuning in today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you want to share it, by all means share it. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.